Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Agnes. Thank you for clicking. In this video I'll be showing you how to make this striped bikini bottom. The original design is by someone called the Happy Unraveler. I don't know if I said it right, but I will leave her link in the description box below. She's got different sizes from extra small to I think extra large. I made an extra small, switched it up a bit to make stripes and made it more of high waist than her original design. So check her out. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. So yeah, that's it. Let's get into the video. So for this project, since we are doing stripes, we'll be using two colors, color white and color brown. This is in the medium weight yarn, a brand called Winter King. It's acrylic yarn. I'll also be using a 2.5mm hook and scissors. Okay, so we'll start with the brown color. We'll be making 4 rows of one color and then 4 rows of the white color, 4 rows of brown color, 4 rows of white color. So make a foundation chain, make a slip knot and chain 24. So I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So when you get 24, we're going to use half double crochet for the first part. So yarn over. In the third chain, make a half double crochet. That's 1. 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 4 and 5. So you have 5 double crochets. This will be on the side lower part. Now we're going to make the rest of the chain in single crochet. That will be the part of the waist, of the high waist. So do a single crochet in the next 18 chains. (17) and 18. Okay, so we are now going to go to row 2, chain 1 and put single crochets in the next 18 stitches, sorry. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 18. So we're done with the 18 single crochets, and now we're going to work on the half double crochet part. So put a half double crochet in the next stitch and in the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the last stitch, which is the 5th half double crochet. Okay, so that will be the pattern. Chain 2, turn your work and put half double crochets in the next 5, in the 5 stitches, 3, 4 and 5. When you're done, now single crochets the rest of the 18 stitches. So do that for row 3 and row 4, and then I'll meet you when we're changing color. So I'm coming to the end. This is the last half double crochet on this row. So instead of yarning over and pulling through all the 3, I'll just yarn over and pull through 2 like that. Okay, so to add this other color, simply hold it like that and then yarn over that second color and pull through 2 like that, then chain 2. So what I like to do is just cut off that first color yarn and then tie a knot just to have it secured. I tie 3 times. Okay, so now we're going to color white. We already chained 2, so turn your work and make a half double crochet in that very first one and the next 4. So we have 5 half double crochets and now single crochets in the 18. So you will repeat the same pattern until you have a total of 10 rows, because now we already have, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're on the 5th. So repeat the same pattern until you have a total of 10, and remember to keep changing colors every time you do 4 rows of one color. So we'll do up to row 8 of white, and then row 9 and 10 will be for the brown color or whichever color you're using. So we are now going to start increasing from row 11, chain 2, turn your work. In this very first stitch, put a half double crochet, and that's the same stitch, make another half double crochet. So we have our first increase, so this is 1 half double crochet and second half double crochet in that very same stitch, and now put half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now instead of 5 we have a total of 6 half double crochets. So in the next 18 make single crochets in the next 18 stitches, just like we were doing before. At the end of row 11, so chain 1, turn your work and do single crochets, 18 of them. So now we do the double crochet. So this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Now in the 6th we are going to increase, so that means we put 2 half double crochets in that very last stitch. So that is 6 and then 7. But okay, so now we are supposed to change color on this. So instead of finishing this last very half double crochet, just yarn over and pull through 2, and now put the next color. So yarn over, pull through 2, and then chain 2. Cut off the yarn and just make a knot to tighten it up. Okay, so turn your work and put 2 half double crochets in that very first stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now we have 8 half double crochets. So now we go to the part of single crochets. So you're going to repeat row 11 and row 12 until you have a total of 21 rows, and then I'll meet you once you're done. Don't forget to change colors every 4 rows. So I'm done with my 21 rows, and we're now going to work on the row that joins with the crotch area. So chain 1, turn your work, put single crochets in the 18 stitches. Those are 18 single crochets, and then we put half double crochets. So for row 22, once we get to the end, we are going to increase, make that last increase. So in this very last stitch, I'm going to put 2 half double crochets, just like that, and then chain 17 for the crotch area. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So when we chain 17, make a half double crochet in the 3rd chain. So we go in the 3rd chain and make a half double crochet. And then a half double crochet in all the rest on the chain plus what you already had as double crochets. Then you finish up the row with 18 single crochets. Okay, so do that. So we've come to the end of this row. Simply chain 1, turn your work and put a single crochet in that very first stitch, and single crochet a total of 18. Once you're done with the 18, you'll be on the half double crochets and make 31 half double crochets till you get to the end of the crotch area. Repeat that pattern for a total of 9 rows. We already have 1, so do 8 more rows. Okay, so for the crotch area, once you get to the 4th row of this color, we are going to add the 5th row just to make it even, so that we have 2 rows of white on this side and 2 rows of white on this other side, since it is a total of 9 rows. So we're going to make this middle color 5 rows. So simply chain 2, turn your work and do the 5th row. Just repeat the same thing you were doing, only that now we are not going to change colors here. We'll change colors at the top when you finish the 5th row up here. Okay, the 5th row of this color, that's what I mean. So once you get here, that's where we will change the colors. So I'm done with row 31. Now for row 32, simply chain 1 and put single crochets in 18 stitches. 18. So for the double crochets we are going to put 15 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 5. So this is 15. So we are now going to start reducing since we are working on the left side, the front side. So we're going to skip this next stitch, skip this next stitch, and in the next stitch make a half double crochet. So skip one and then make a half double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, and then turn your work. And skip that very first stitch and put a half double crochet in the next. So now we have a half double crochet there, and in the rest of the half double crochets put in each stitch until you reach the single crochet. So that will be the pattern you'll be reducing on every row until you have a total of 12 rows of decrease. So decrease on every row until you have a total of 12 rows. So I'm done with all the rows, and we're now going to continue with the left front side, which will be 18 single crochets and then 5 half double crochets with no decrease at all, for a total of 10 rows, just like we did for this first part. So yeah, just do the same, chain 1, turn your work and put single crochets in 18 stitches. So yeah, now we're going to the double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that very last stitch put the 5th half double crochet, chain 2, turn your work, and repeat the same thing. So this is half double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you work on the single crochets, 18 of them, just like so. We're done with the single crochets. Now the double crochets should be 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and in this very last stitch make sure you put the 5th one just on top of that chain space. Then chain 2, turn your work and repeat the same thing, 5 half double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then now work on the single crochets, 18 of them. 1, 2. So you're going to repeat that pattern for 10 rows. So we already have 1, we are on the second one. Do that for the next 8 rows to make it 10. So this is what we have so far. And now we're now going to work on the back part. So we're going to start increasing. So simply change your color. And chain 1. Cut off the yarn. Fasten it. So do single crochets, turn your work and do single crochets in 18 stitches, just like before. So now we're going to do the double crochets. Insert 4 double crochets in the next 4 stitches. That's 2, 3 and 4. So in the last stitch we are going to increase, so insert 2 double crochets in that very same stitch. So this is 1 and that's 2. We now have a total of 6 double crochets and chain 2. So go to the next row, turn your work and put 2 half double crochets in that very first stitch, and in all the rest of the stitches put half double crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and then 7. So we now have a total of 7 half double crochets. So go to single crochets and do the 18 single crochets. So once you get the end, repeat the pattern for a total until you have 20 rows. So I'll meet you once you have 20 rows of increase. So increase on every row, increase once. Okay, I'm done with my 20th row of increase. Now I'm going to reattach the brown yarn and then work on the 21st row of increase. So for this row it's going to be a bit different because we're going to work on the crotch area. So simply do 18 single crochets like we're doing before, and once you get to the double crochets, sorry, the half double crochets over here, once you get to this end, chain 8 for the crotch area extension. Okay, so let's do that. So I've reached the end, and this very last stitch I'll do my final increase, put 2 half double crochets in that very last stitch and then chain 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once I have 8 chains, turn my work and then put a half double crochet in that third stitch, and in the rest of all the stitches put half double crochet. So go ahead and put half double crochets until you get to this point where you're supposed to start with a single crochets and do the 18 single crochets, chain 1 and then repeat until you have a total of 9 rows. So on this part of the crotch, remember the other front part we had 5 rows of brown just to match up this crotch area, so that we had 2 of white and 2 of white on this side. So we're going to do the same for the behind crotch area. So since we already have 3, it's supposed to be 9, so we have 3 rows of brown but 2 rows including the crotch area. So we have 2 rows and we have 7 to go. So instead of making another row of brown, we are going to just leave it at these 3 and now put white, which will make 5 rows just to match this behind brown. So we'll make 5 rows of white and then 2 rows of brown again, just the crotch area. So I'm going to switch up the colors right now. Instead of 4 rows, I'll just do 3 rows of brown here. Okay, so me switch up the colors and then chain 2, turn your work and do half double crochets in every stitch like we're doing, and we repeat the pattern till we get to row 9. Okay, let's just continue. Done with the 9 rows, so we're now going to start on the decreasing part, in that we can make this the back right side. So simply chain 1, turn your work and put 18 single crochets. So now we've reached this part of the half double crochets, and we are going to do 24 half double crochets. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Ten. 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So when you get to 24, skip the next stitch and put a half double crochet in the next. So we're skipping 1 to make a decrease, then chain 2, turn your work and skip this very first half stitch and put a half double crochet in the next stitch. So we also made an increase on that row that we're starting, and then put half double crochets across until you get to where you're using single crochets, and then put 18 single crochets. So now that will be the pattern for a total of 21 rows. So 21 rows of decrease. Once you're done, we'll meet there. 21 rows of decrease, and then you'll be done. I've come to the end of my 21 rows, so this is what we have so far, and we are just going to join these two sides, the front and the back, and I'll just simply use slip stitch. If you have an yarn needle, you can use it to sew in. So I'll slip stitch through the front stitches and the back stitches just to join it together. Once done here, do the same for the bottom part. So we're going to slip stitch through the bottom part just to join the two together. So you attach your yarn, just join the two together till you're done. And once you're done, I'm done with joining these two parts. So once you're done, you can don't cut the yarn on this side, just sew in these ends so that you can make it more neat. What I'm going to do is just turn this inside out, or the right way, sorry, I don't know. So just turn it the right way. So this is the right side. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is just make a border with single crochets on this right leg side, because I don't have any excess yarn left here. It is on this upper side, so I'm just going to use single crochets across to make it, you know, more neat. You can use any color. For this one I'm just going to use white, I think. Yeah, so make the border with single crochets. Put a single crochet in every single crochet on this crotch area, and once you get to this other side where we're doing increases or decreases, then put a single crochet, 2 single crochets in every row. So just continue doing that around this area. Sew in these ends on this other side, also do the same for that area, and clear up these threads up here. You'll also sew in the yarn just to make it more neat, and you'll be done. And we are done. This is the back part. This is how the front looks like. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and yeah, see you in the next video.